Okay, so taking hold of your band, just have it relax in your fingers and let's get set up in a good stance to start with. So weight through the base of your big toes, little toe, centre of your heel, lengthen up through the legs without locking up the knees. Tuck the tailbone under, so reach your seat bones to the floor, hip bones, pubic bone level, perpendicular to the floor. Draw the low rib cage in and lengthen up through the crown of your head. Feel your shoulders drop down your back, meeting in the middle. Crown of your head reaches up. Just take a nice big breath into the back and the sides of your rib cage to start with. And let's use the band. Just do a bit of scarf breathing. So place the band, if you can, wide around the low rib cage and then cross it to the front. So just while I'm waiting for you can just sway forwards and backwards a minute just to make sure that you are centred and your feet are ground into the floor, suckered into the floor. Okay, so breathing in through your nose, feel your lungs expand, the rib cage expand and the band expand. So don't breathe into your neck and shoulders, just the back of your rib cage. And as you breathe out, feel the rib cage sort of funnel. Draws together at the front, so keep breathing while I keep talking. It draws together at the front, your waist lengthens, you can gently draw up the pelvic floor and the belly button towards your spine. So you kind of need to have the band tight enough so that when you do breathe in, you can feel it expanding. And you're aiming the breath deeper. Not into your neck and shoulders. Relax your neck and shoulders. Make sure they do feel nice and relaxed. Okay, good. And you can release the band and then take it between your thumb and your index finger. If your wrists are at all achy, wrap the band around. And you want to have just a bit of tension in the band. So we're going to start with rib cage closure. So you're going to reach away with your fingers. Then your centre, draw the belly button towards the middle, relax the shoulders down your back and press into that shoulder flexion and then reaching away and down. And then you're going to draw the band all the way back so you open through your collarbones, drawing the shoulder blades and the elbows towards one another. Reach down and away. So we're mobilising through the shoulders, just gently feeling those muscles engage in your back, without the rib cage flaring or the pelvis tilting. So really keep that nice stable pelvis and spine. Okay, and then you're going to have the arms just in front here and you're going to just pulse out, small range. Just go for 10. Think about the connection on your back as though you're trying to draw your shoulder blades towards one another, you're centred, belly button's drawn in, low rib cage drawn in. And then you're going to come up just below shoulder height, pulse. And then you're going to come up. See, I'm too tall for this video. Okay, and then you're just going to bend the take the elbows wide. Oh, so the elbows are hidden behind your band. And then reach up, drop the shoulders down your back. And then pull down. Feel this on your back, not in your neck. Draw your chin in and reach up through the crown of your head. You should feel this working sort of in your lats, down your sides, from the armpit down and on your back, between your shoulder blades. Good, and then reach up and take the arms down. Okay, so now take hold of the band in front. I'm making a fist with this arm, so I'm just going to try and draw that arm back. So my arms are shoulder height. Yeah, so good. And imagine you're sliding your shoulder blade around your rib cage and it's trying to meet on the other side. Relax your shoulders down your back. It's quite hard. Oh. It's quite arm intensive, this exercise. Other side. So, hopefully you've got your lightest of bands. So draw the shoulder blade around the outside of the rib cage to meet in the middle. You should feel a sort of like a squeeze between the shoulder blade and the spine. Oh. And the other arm keeps long. Woo. Just give your arms a bit of a roll. That alternate shoulder rolls. And then you can do some doubles. Okay, just stretch out your neck. So you're going to take your ear towards your shoulder. And then you're just going to look towards the floor as far as you can, and then you're going to look up as far as you can. So you're just rotating the neck in lateral flexion, and you might hear it crunch and squeak and pop a little bit. That's fine, keep the length in your spine and the chin drawn in. Come up to the centre, other side. So it's like I'm trying to turn my head sideways, ear towards the ceiling, and drop this one in. So the chin's drawn in and then sideways. Look down towards the floor. Rotate up. Make sure your shoulders haven't elevated or protracted forward, so keep them back and down. Okay, excellent. Right, next one, I'm going to warm up the shoulders some more. So I'm going to do our up and overs. So you're going to reach down. So centre first. Take a breath in, draw the lower rib cage in, and then out. And here the arms go wide, elbows stay long. This is the bit where you feel the opening through your chest, widen through the collarbones without sticking the rib cage out. And all the way back down. Reach away with the hands up. Oh, it's that lovely stretch again through the front. Take your time with it. Squeeze those shoulder blades together so you're active in this. And down. And again, reach forwards and away, up. Now draw your shoulder blades towards one another. Try and get your elbows towards one another without bending the arms. So you can do as many of these whenever you want, any day, all day. All you'll do is, well, I say all you'll do a lot. You'll get mobility through your shoulders. You'll get the synovial fluid generated in the joint. You'll get all the ligaments, the muscle tendons, all mobilising just with a gentle resistance band. How cool is that? Okay, now we need to add in the concentration coordination part of Pilates. So you're going to take one arm up, so straight up, the arm is straight. And then you're going to take it across into a line. So take it down, let's do that again. The arm comes straight up. And then you go across, so the band is vertical. And now we're going to take that vertical band behind us, and the band's going to come horizontal. And then you're going to take the other arm up, so the band is now vertical alongside you, and down. And we're just going to go in the same direction. Speed it up if you can without getting caught on the handles like I am. So as the arm goes across, you get that lovely stretch all through here in the shoulder joint. And the same on this side. Okay, should we go the other way? So just take the arm up to start with. So this hand can stay on your thigh, and you just take this one up. The elbow is straight. So you're working the bottom corner of your shoulder blade, if you can imagine it, pressing down into the ribcage as you take the arm up. Really work that shoulder blade into the ribcage. And then you can come across and you get that lovely stretch all down the side. And then back, and then down. Up, across, back, and then down. Let's go all the way, up, across, so now your band is vertical. Release this hand, take that vertical band behind you, horizontal, vertical, in front. So now we're going the opposite direction. Getting the shoulders moving in all directions. Oh, that feels great. Well, I think so. One more. Good, hopefully that didn't confuse everyone. Right, next one, rotator cuff. Dumb waiter, so you're going to have the band across your palms. Elbows are in towards your waist. And try and keep them in towards your waist. And then let's do one side at a time, because asymmetrical exercises have a whole nother value. So just taking one arm out to the side, And again, think about the space between your shoulder blade on that side and the spine, and you're working through there each time you take the forearm out. Other side. Again, if gripping the band is too much on your thumb or your wrists, just wrap it. And then you don't have to hang on at all. And it's almost like I'm trying to scoot my elbow forwards. Always remember that lateral wrap of the shoulders, the same as we have the lateral wrap of the thighs. And hopefully you're still aware of your feet. Pelvis is neutral, tailbones are reaching for the floor, tummy in, rib cage in, and crown of the head towards the ceiling. Okay, and then we can do both. Oh, squeeze. So you're working the deltoids as well here. Those muscles that sort of sculpt, if you like, around the top of the shoulder, anterior, middle and posterior. Good, and just shake it out. Big shoulder rolls. Okay, so we're going to do some flexion and rotation of the spine. So, fingertips down, reach up, draw the belly. You must feel by now the belly button and rib cage draw in every time you reach away with the arms. Okay, so we're going to do a bit of a banana bend. So I want you to take all of your weight onto the outside of this foot and the inside of the other foot. So I'm really pushing in my hip over to the side, and then the other side. So we're doing bananas. Trying to keep my head sort of, whoops, in the middle of my Y-shaped arms. So you keep reaching up through the top arm. Okay, now, very different. Going to keep the pelvis still. You're going to keep the belly button above the pubic bone. So I'm not doing a banana now, I'm just doing the upper body. And then you're going to draw this band down, and as you draw down, you should feel that opening in your side between your rib and your hip even better. Back up. Other side. See, my pelvis isn't shifting side to side at all. And then pull down, so reaching up through the top arm, pulling down with the bottom arm. Lovely stretch through the armpits. And down your side. Let's do 2 more each side. Doesn't that feel great? Just feel like you're sort of wringing yourself out almost. Shoulders are down your back, they're not elevated up towards your ears, so just make sure you check at the top that the shoulders are down. Oh, doesn't that feel good? Okay, let's do a rotation next. So, let's try with our bow and arrow, using the band, okay? So with that'll be on your side, your left hand, you're going to pull that elbow towards your waist, and then you're going to rotate, reaching forward with your right hand, but the hips, put a bend in your knees actually, so the hips and the pelvis stay facing the front. And then if you want to, you can open the elbow as well. And back to the front. So pulling my bow back, reaching forward with this hand, and that rotation, and then I can take the arm long as well. Show you from the side, this side. So 3 each side. So pull that bow back. Rotating, using the band to help you rotate, resisting with the arm in front of you. Feel the shoulder blade on your back. And the other way. Pull back as you reach away, and then rotate and lengthen into it. Oh, that feels really good. Okay, alrighty. Next one. Take the band wide and long. Place it on the floor. Under 1 foot. Okay. So then you want to take the ends of the bands up between your index finger and your thumb. Your back foot now. You're going to come onto the toes, and you're just going to drop the knees. So we're going to get double whammy for this exercise. So you're going to get a bit of a lunge here, hip flexor stretch. So reach your seat bones towards the floor, draw the tummy in, low rib cage in, shoulders are back and down, reaching up through the crown of your head. Okay, so now we're going to do bicep curls. So turn the palms up, and then you're just coming up and down. So biceps in the front of your upper arm. Again, if it's uncomfortable in your wrist at all, Jane especially, wrap the band around your hands. Okay, then straighten the back leg, have a little bit of a stretch, so reach that heel towards the floor. Okay, now this time, you're just going to take the arms back as though you're trying to squeeze the elbows, shoulder blades towards one another. Okay, and now just draw the elbows back. And we're going to do triceps, so the back of the arm. So brought the elbows back, whoops. Hips are still facing the front. And then I'm just going to lengthen the arms. So you should feel this. You can see it, the back of my upper arm. I'm also getting a calf stretch and a hamstring stretch. Just take it off, it's too much with the heel down. Just try and get some length into the calves and the hamstrings. Good, okay, switch legs. Okay, so back foot back, onto the toes, just drop the knee towards the floor, bend the front knee, reach the seat bones towards the floor, and almost like sort of tuck the tailbone under so you draw the tummy in, hips are square on. And this time let's go out to the side with the arms. Little pulses out to the side. Good, and then you can straighten the back knee. And then we'll take the arms back again. So actually take the elbows back and then straighten the arms. So we'll just combine the last two tricep ones. Elbows back, straighten the arms. Elbows back, straighten the arms. Elbows back, straighten the arms. Elbows are tucked in beside you, straighten the arms. Ooh, one more. Oh, okay, excellent. So now you're going to put both feet in your band and just stretch the band apart with your feet, hip width apart. Everybody okay, I hope? Okay, so we're going to do some roll downs. So just let the band draw, so you've got air under your armpits, heaviness in the hands, and let's just let the band draw your hands towards the floor. Let the crown of your head reach up towards the ceiling, draw the tummy and the abs in. We'll just start with our head retractions first. So you're just going to draw the chin in. So for people who have a forward head posture and they're out here, you really want to draw the back of the head back. So make sure that you've drawn the back of the head back. You should feel a length in your neck. And then you'll just do your chin nods. So rise up through the crown of the head, lengthen and nod your chin. So you should feel a length in the back of the neck, drawing the chin in and up through the crown of your head. It is not that. It's pull back with the chin and then rise up. So you've always got like a soft fruit under your chin. You're never squashing up and pressing through the front of the neck. Right then, that's our preparation for roll downs. So make sure that your tailbone is tucked under. Pelvis stays in neutral as much as you can. You've got that lateral wrap of the hips, the weight even through both of your feet, like you're trying to pull the band apart. Take a breath in, and on the out breath, draw your chin back, rise up through the crown of your head, softening through the breastbone, trying to get that C-shape, sequential flexion through the spine. The band is just going to hang and sag, and only when you've gone through the whole spine, then you can release at the hips and just hang through the crown of your head and your arms. Take a breath in here, and with the weight in your forefoot, tuck the tailbone under, bring the pelvis forwards underneath you as you restack the spine, going taller, 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 and then we'll just do a little extension at the end. So reach up through the crown of the head, draw the low rib cage in, but lift the breastbone, squeeze the shoulder blades and the elbows towards one another. Draw the back of the head back, so you've still got that chin draw. Okay, and again, another roll down from the side. Chin in, chin nod, rolling down as far as you can in the spine. Then you release at the hips and just hang. Breath in at the bottom, tuck the tailbone under, drag yourself back up, shoulders are wide down your back, and then reaching up. So just do another 3 of those. I'm going to watch, and Jane, I hope you're not feeling sick. setting myself for supine. So I'm just watching your lovely roll downs. Feel your spine warming up through flexion, extension. We've already done lateral bend, we've done rotations. Lovely. Opening up through the chest, extending upwards. Okay. So when you've done your 3, just take your time with it. You're going to come down onto the mat on your back. Okay. So have your band to hand. So get your feet hip width apart, in line with your seat bones. Just do a couple of pelvic tilts here. Try and get your hip bones and your pubic bone level. Your cup of tea is rested on the front of your pelvis and you've got your normal lumbar arch. Breathe in through your nose and feel your rib cage widen and softly imprint into the mat as wide as you can get your rib cage. Coming up through the neck, nice long neck. The weight is through the base of your skull. Have a cushion there if you need it. I'm using my ponytail to rest my head on, actually. It's quite nice because it's centred. Just take some nice breaths in and out and feel the shoulder blades wide in your back and that openness through the collarbone. So always remember, heavy through the back of your pelvis, the low rib cage, the back of your head. So now let's see if we can get a band around one foot, and then you're going to have to realign yourself again. So, in fact, you could hug that knee into your chest actually to come up. Then place the band around your foot and then lengthen yourself back down. So take the band between your thumb and your index finger again, and then just let your elbows drop down beside you and then widen through the collarbone, slide your shoulder blades down your back. So the knee is above the hip. So this is a really good exercise for if you have any knee problems. So I'm literally just going to press my foot forwards, it stays the same height, contracting my quads. And then very, very slowly, this is where you feel your centre engage, really, really slowly bring that knee back in above your hip. And again, push away, lengthening your knee, squeezing your quads, and then slowly, 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 slowly bring the knee back in. So this is eccentrically loading the quads, but you'll also feel your centre engage as you resist the band to draw the knee in slowly. It would be very easy to do it fast. So you almost want to push away with speed and then bring the knee in really slowly. So make sure you've still got that cup of tea on your front of your pelvis. Okay, right, next one. You're going to use the band to help you lengthen your hamstrings. So let's see if we can get our leg straight. So that may be here for you, it may be here, it may be here. You may need to bend this leg a bit, but if you can keep that leg long and anchored and this leg towards the ceiling, and then just reach away through your heel. So hopefully you can see I'm just reaching away through my heel and I'm drawing the top of my foot towards my shin. And you can do your circles into the band here as well, ankle circles. All the way around, trying to keep the heel as high as you can throughout and the leg as long as you can throughout, a straightness in the knee. Okay, and then the next exercise is going to be leg circles. Okay, so you want to keep the cup of tea in your pelvis level, so don't let your hip bones move at all. So centre first, take a breath in into the back of your rib cage, and then as you take the leg wide, down and away and up. Wide, down and away and up. wide, down and away and up, wide, down and away and up. Using your breathing. Don't worry if you can't remember to breathe in or out, just remember breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth, and feel those rib cage soften and widen into the floor, your waist lengthen, and then go the other way. So you have to use your centering, your abdominal engagement to keep the pelvis level. So remember that tightening we did on Monday under your fingers inside your hip bones. So that is what's keeping your pelvis and your lower back absolutely still. The only thing that's moving here is your leg. Okay, so then with that leg long, now you're going to switch the band into the same side hand as the leg. Keep the leg straight, and then you're going to take the leg wide out to the side. You're going to try and reach the door. Reach away through your heel and feel that adductor stretch, but I still haven't spilt my cup of tea. My shoulders are picked off though, so I'm going to drop them back down. And then you're going to come up with the leg, switch hands with the band, take the other arm wide, and then reach across with that leg through the heel to start with. That might be enough, that's quite strong. But if you want to, you can go further by lifting that top hip off. So I have spilt my cup of tea deliberately now, and I'm going to look the opposite way. So I'm getting a stretch and a rotation. Come back, switch hands, take the leg wide. Reach through the heel. Come back, across. That's such a good stretch, that one. Woo, all down the back of the leg, the outside of the leg, the glutes. Especially if you reach away through the heel, and if you bring the toes towards you anymore, you'll feel it more. And then if you roll, do your hip roll, and then rotate your head the opposite way, arm is wide. Keep both shoulder blades and the rib cage on the floor, and try not to hoik your shoulders up towards the ears. One more, wide, and then across. Oh, that's a good one. And then you're going to switch feet. So we're going to start off with our leg press. So pushing away and in. Push away with some strength in your quad, and then slowly, slowly, slowly feel your waist draw in. Your belly button draws in as you do this as slow as you possibly can till the knee is over the hip. And then push. And then slowly, 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 slowly. And then push. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Push. Okay, now we're going to lengthen that leg. You can take the other leg long and anchor the back of the knee onto the floor. You can reach your way through your heels as well if you wish. Shoulders wide. We're going to do our leg circle. Oh no, we're reaching up through the, doing the hamstring stretch first. And reach up through your heels, your heel. And do your ankle circles, both directions. Reaching the heel as high as you can with each rotation. The top of your foot towards your shin. And you can push into the band with the ball of the foot as well. Get the arches going, both directions. Okay, now leg circles. Take a breath in to prepare, and on the out breath, leg goes out to the side, away, round, back up. Keeping the pelvis level and not rolling or rocking. Try and get the full range. Imagine the ball, the head of the femur, inside the bowl of the hip joint, and you're trying to get it right in the centre when you do your circles, so it's not rubbing around the edges. Any clunking or clicking in the hips, squeeze your seat bones together. Rotate the circle the other way. So Rianne, if you sometimes get clicking in your hips, if you squeeze your seat bones together, that should help stabilise everything a little bit more. Okay, transfer the band into the outside hand. Let the leg drop wide. Adductor stretch. without the pelvis tipping. Think of your cup of tea in a saucer. Switch hands with the band so the leg comes up and go over to the other side, and then you can rotate the opposite way. Shoulders are down your back. Or reach through the heel, straighten the leg, anchor yourself through the long leg as well. Switch the hands. So not long left. Hopefully I won't cut out midway. This is our second one. Really reach through that heel, reach through that leg, stabilise the pelvis. Last one. And that's a great stretch all down that outside. Okay, now bring your knees into your chest, just hug your chest, come into a little ball. Hug your knees into your chest, nose to your knees. Draw the belly button in. Okay, now slide the other foot into the band. And then you're going to take both legs long and let the arms be drawn long beside you as well. We're going to do roll-ups, but using the band, which is around the balls of your feet. So, widen through the collarbone. Take a breath in. You're going to draw your chin towards your chest, then you're going to nod your head, softening through the breastbone. Let the band pull you. Keep your arms long and straight. C-shape your spine. Draw the low rib cage in. Hips towards ribs, ribs towards hip. Coming up and sit up nice and tall. Okay, let's go backwards. So if you can't come all the way up, don't go all the way down. Sitting nice and tall. Now you're going to C-shape your spine, so tucking from the top to the tail, and then you're just rolling back, opening up from the hips. Keep the tuck, keep the tummy drawn in, try and keep the ribs to the hips to the ribs. Shoulders, relax them down your back, wide through the collarbone, all the way down. And lengthen. Again, chin tuck. Let the band draw you, like when you're water skiing. You don't bend the arms, else you just go in under. You have to be drawn up, sitting up and tall. It might pull your trousers down a bit, this though, mine are. And up again. Good, and last one. C-shape the spine, open up the hips, shoulders are wide, collarbone is wide. Oh. And curling up. And sitting up nice and tall, shoulders down your back. Okay, I'm just going to turn you all back on before we run out.